The problem with assessing the situation is you simply don't know the role that chance could play.
Para responder a esta pergunta, Wiseman fez uma experiência simples. Convidou crianças escolhidas a esmo e fez as mesmas perguntas que os pesquisadores de vidas passadas fariam.
The experiment that I carried out was really to test the notion that if you took a child and simply had them make up a story, can you take that information, then go away and compare it to the details of children who unfortunately have actually died and find some kind of match, the type of match that the researchers who are involved in reincarnation claims actually find in their work.
Muitas vezes, as crianças conversaram facilmente com ele sobre a morte.
One of the children I spoke to was Molly, and we asked her just to make up a story. She came up with the idea of another child called Katie, who was also 3. What colour hair would you have? Any colour hair at all?
Red.
You have red hair?
Mm-hmm.
She had blue eyes. She was wearing a pink dress with flowers on it. She ran away. When Katie ran away, Molly?
What?
When Katie runs away, do good or bad things happen? Is anything bad ever happened to Katie? Bad? Oh, what's bad that's happened?
The monsters got Katie.
Oh, what were the monsters like?
Ugly.
They were ugly monsters. What happened?
No.
What happened to Katie when the monsters got her?
Monsters bit her.
They bit her. So what happened to Katie?
Died.
She died. No. That was the story that Molly came up with. Now, what we wanted to know was, of course, if you took that story and you tried to match it against stories where genuine children, unfortunately, had actually died, could you find a match? And what we found was quite remarkable. We looked through the newspaper archives for stories, often very tragic stories, where children have been involved in accidents or have been abducted, been killed, and so on. One particular story matched the imaginary story that Molly had given us. The actual child was 3 years old. The actual child had red hair, blue eyes, a pink dress with flowers on it. The child lived very close to the seaside and enjoyed going to the beach. One day they ran away from the house, unfortunately were abducted and were killed. So out of the 17 facts that Molly gave us, 13 of them were absolutely correct. Now, if Molly was claiming to have lived before, this would be the reincarnation case of the decade. Yes, yeah.
O resultado assustou até a mãe de Molly, que sabia que ela tinha inventado tudo.
I found that quite shocking. There was actually something really happened. Because I know even if there's no connection, you sort of instantly feel connected then to something because of what Molly made up. I instantly sort of felt connected or felt for the parents of that particular child.
The notion that we've lived before is obviously very, very radical. And so part of what I was doing was trying to work out how can we assess the validity of the claims for reincarnation. I don't think we're finding out anything about the paranormal. I don't think we're finding out anything about whether or not we actually live in a previous life. We're finding out a great deal about psychology, about the way in which people can fool us and we can fool ourselves.
Mas e se houver casos de reencarnação que não se baseiam só na lembrança de crianças? Jim Tucker está a caminho de outro caso. É uma categoria de casos muito mais difícil para seus críticos contestarem.
The more that the cases were found, one started to come with birthmarks and birth defects, and we found that in many cases there was a striking correlation between the birthmarks on the children and wounds that the previous personalities had. And we've been able to track down autopsy reports or medical records to make sure that in fact there was a match there.
Pela primeira vez, estas marcas de nascença dão uma prova física verificável que sugere reencarnação.
We don't have a lot of American cases that have the birthmarks or birth defects along with the memories. We do have some, but it's unusual, so we certainly like to investigate all those that we can.
Jim está prestes a visitar um desses casos. Ele está indo para a Flórida para ver um menino que diz ter sido um policial em Nova York, morto em um tiroteio.
When I was big, I was a police officer. I walked into a store one night. They were bad guys, too. They shot me dead.
Pensacola, a casa de Maria Hagdorn. Ela tem 2 filhos, Mia, de 2 anos, e Ian, de 5 anos. Ian está muito doente. Seu filho sofre de uma rara doença do coração. Quando se esforça demais, fica sem ar e desmaia.